Guys, how are you doing? Now, it's a Saturday. I've just finished my coaching for this morning. I've got my 2-hour short game practice, which I showed you in my last episode. So that's all feeling a bit more tidy, feeling a bit more confident with that, which is great. And now the Woods is open. This course has been closed for about 5 months through the winter. All the bunkers have been redone, pathways have been done, a bit of grounds work as well. New water features been put in, which I'm really looking forward to playing throughout the season. I have already played the Woods. Get a bit of practice, and it's nice. It's really good. I'm glad I've got another 9 holes to play here. If you don't know, Sandford has got 3 9-holes, so 27 holes altogether, and it is actually one of the tighter 9s, which is perfect for me. As we all know, I'm not exactly the straightest off the tee anyway. So I'm going to go and play 9 holes, show you guys how I'm playing, and yeah, see how we go.
So glad the Woods is open. We're very fortunate at Sandford that our owner Paul does invest a lot of money into the golf club. All the bunkers have been redone, all the paths have been tarmacked, there's been new water features put in at 14 and 15. So we're very blessed in that sense. The 9's looking great. Obviously it's just the start of spring really, so it's only going to go up from here. So I'm very lucky that I've got 3 9-holes to play. They're not the longest of 9s, and obviously going forward, long term I'll be playing golf courses that are much longer in distance, but really for the competitions that I'm going to be playing this year, they're all going to be about 6'6", 6'7" distance, not 7'1", 7'2". So for me, really, it's a lot of fairways to find, a lot of wedges to hit into greens at the moment if I want to start winning tournaments at the level that I'm playing at. So you'll see me pretty poor putt on the first, you just saw there, for birdie chance, and that's basically the story of my game at the moment. I'm finding a lot more fairways, which is great. I'm hitting some wedge shots now into the greens that are really good. I'm really happy with my wedge game, but I'm just not holding those putts, and I know I've got it in me. I had it last year. I was hitting some really good putts last year, and I just need to get back to that because the rest of my game's starting to look quite tidy now, especially the driver, something that I'm feeling a lot more confident with, something that I feel like I can now start hitting down a lot tighter fairways, and obviously the distance has never been that much of an issue either really. Caught that 4-iron slightly slightly fat, so you'll see me just pitch here, cheeky little up and down, see if I can convert the birdie. So this was my first birdie putt of the day. So the views around Sandford, especially around the Woods, is amazing. We've got a lot of tee shots that are elevated, and also a lot of dog legs around the Woods as well. So it's going to be very similar to the tournaments that I will be playing. You're not actually having to hit necessarily big tee shots, but you're having to make sure you're finding the fairways. Obviously, if you're finding the fairways, the score is definitely going to be achievable. But if you're hitting it wayward in the trees left and right, which I was last year, you're looking at double bogeys all the time. Which is, as we know, we can't have double bogeys because they're going to be way too hard to get away from. So yeah, I mean, overall, at this stage of the year where I am with my game, I'm actually very happy. I don't think I've ever been this strong before the season has started. I'm feeling very confident in where my bad shots are, so obviously I'm fighting that hook. I don't think I can hit it outright just with my strong grip, and obviously coming quite far into out, but it means that it just takes the right hand side of the golf course out for me. There's my lovely camera work showing you the new water feature on this par 3. Obviously it's still in the early stages, but once it's done it'll look brilliant, it'll look really good. So cheeky little 3 in the par 3 there. Tough tee shot this. I hit my 2-iron, hit it pretty much perfectly where I wanted it, straight up the hill, but you can see how tight this tee shot is. You just need something that goes 210, 220 down the middle, and then you leave yourself a little wedge shot. So I think I had a gap wedge here, 50-yard wedge shot into the flag. This hole, especially when I'll play the Pro-Am here in the summer, this is one of the holes that I will definitely be looking just to get par with and just walking off, because you can easily rack up a score, especially with a bit of adrenaline and a bit of pressure. So another little cheeky birdie putt there from myself. So that was to get back to 1 under. So I took a driver here because it probably wasn't the club, but it's a tight-ish tee shot, and I want to start taking driver a lot more because obviously I want to be a lot more aggressive this year. I don't want to just keep hitting 2-iron. That's too easy. I think that's a bit of a cop-out, and I've got to think long-term. I'm not going to be able to take 2-iron in like 2-3 years where I get to when I'm developing my golf. So really I need to be using driver as much as I possibly can. So yeah, I mean, that was unfortunate bogey there. The tee shot killed me. So back to level. Small par 4 here, you just need to iron over that tree, and that leaves you a wedge shot into the green. And really, this is one of the strengths I'm starting to find. These shots here, like 60, 70 yard shots, I've been working on a lot with my wedge play at the moment. And I've seen a definite improvement. These are the kind of shots that I really should be strong. These are the ones I should be converting. Now, unfortunately, 2 guys let me play through. So I was kind of rushing at this point, especially with that putt and this putt coming up. So rather than giving myself a good birdie chance, you will now see me miss the other one coming back, which was pretty poor. So that will take me back to 1 over. But yeah, I mean, I've got now 2 weeks to my first proper tournament, which is at Romsey. I've got to do, it's basically 2 weeks of putting, basically 2 weeks of good putting practice, recording all my shots, gaining that confidence, because I think if I get that down, then actually I'll be in a very strong situation for the rest of the season, start getting in the money, and obviously start producing some more decent results. So it's downwind this hole, obviously downhill 350, but I'm pretty much pin high, a bit more right I probably could have got on the green. And this one just came out. I think that's another thing I've got to get used to. The rough's now a lot thicker. There's a lot more flies, and that's something I'm starting to have to get used to again for the summer. And this was my last putt. Well, kind of last putt of the day. It had a look in.
Well, there you go, guys. There's 9 holes, 1 over in the end. Definitely thought I could have done a lot better. Again, leaving a lot of shots out on the golf course, but there's a lot of positives to take away. I'm feeling a lot better about my putting, even though it doesn't look like it. Definitely feels a lot more natural and back to how it was last year. So I need to hold on to that feeling. Again, I'm hitting the ball pretty well. The bad shot is that hook, but there's just the right side of the course is going to be taken out of play, which means that I can commit to a lot more tee shots, which I'm really happy with. So there you go, guys. Thank you ever so much for the support. The support you've been giving on the channel is amazing. So thank you ever so much for that. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. As always, please subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.